All right, so for my cooking demonstration, I was given the melon baller. It's like kind of like a little scooper. I was given this small bowl, and I was given a cake plate. And the task that I chose randomly was number 1, which was to slice cheese for a cheese plate. So I'm going to give it a try. So right now I'm thinking that my melon baller is not the ideal tool to use for slicing cheese for a cheese tray, because generally you want your cheese slices to be thin so you can serve them with crackers or something. So I'm just going to see what happens if I just scoop. All right, nothing happens when I do that. So maybe if I use it kind of like, and I can make little wedges like this, that's not too bad. So I would just continue to push down and then scoop out, and actually the scooper makes it easy to get nice round edges like that, which is pretty nice. So I'll just keep going a little bit more. Scoop down. It's hard to use the tool because it's meant to be used as more of a scooper, but instead I'm doing some slicing. I noticed that when I push it in, which is how you would normally make little scoops, it makes these slivers, which are pretty thin, so that would be good. So maybe if I were to repurpose this tool to use it for slicing cheese, I would make the scooper part, the part that slides back and forth, maybe have more of a blade so it was sharper, so that you could put it on the edge of your cheese and then actually use it as a scooping tool, and you could get really, really thin slices of cheese. I think that actually this tool might be pretty good for that. As far as my bowl and my plate go, I don't really think I would need a bowl since I'm slicing it for a cheese plate. However, maybe since they're more of like wedges, you might want to serve it in the bowl. The plate that I was given is actually pretty good because it's decorative, it's nice, it has this little edge here, and you could lay your cheese out really nicely in order to do that. But I think if I were to, so I wouldn't repurpose my plate at all. And like I said, I don't really need the bowl, but if I were to repurpose my scooper, I would definitely want it to be a little bit sharper so that my slices could come out a little bit more thin, because if you're eating cheese with a cheese plate, you kind of want your cheese to be as thin as possible. So yeah, I would make my blade a little bit sharper. I think the ideal tool to have would be a knife, but that would have been kind of boring if I was given a knife, because I could have just sliced my cheese pretty regular. So I think give it an edge. I like how though you can squeeze it and it makes it not as hard to scoop it out, because it kind of finishes the scoop for you. And you have these nice rounded edges also.